All right, so Deontay Wilder. I think the guy like this pretty much shows everybody what I'm talking about whenever I talk about the inability of certain blacks to get what we're talking about whenever we talk about community, when we talk about trust. This is what I'm talking about. This guy here, man, he couldn't take his loss. He got turned into history on Black History Month, in Black History Month, and I'm sure that was horrific for him, considering that he considers himself to be the leader of this group of people that are indicative of what I'm trying to put out here, which is that they will not give us any props for what we do. I mean, he was beaten like a punk by a white man. And I know that just has to kill his soul. He came in there with 40 pounds on. He said that tired him out. He had to walk a few feet. You know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but man, I'm a metal guy. And I work in metal and have since I've been a kid. And carrying 40 pounds is nothing. Is nothing. He just doesn't want to work. He thinks his body's gonna get him by. His body that's filled with steroids and with the best food and nutrients that we can buy for him. Whenever he was coming up, and then he was pumped full of steroids, and his ego pumped full by the people who wanted to make money off of him. And I think you know who those people are. So, you know, they push this guy out on us, and he comes out in his ridiculous Wakanda Forever garb that he then, you know, he points to that as the reason why he lost. So again, no responsibility. It's not my fault I lost. Your king is here. Your king. Who? He's not my king. He's not the king of Wakanda. It is staggering to me, very staggering, that people buy into this. Any excuse is made for a loss, you know, and not just a loss at boxing, but the loss of the people that he represents. A complete and utter loss. They lost. Like I said, they're not speaking their home language, and they're the ones that say we're African Americans. And I ask them, well, if you're African American, you know, speak a little of the dialect for me. Let me hear it. You know, not a peep. No way. So, you know, like I said, they have no culture, but the one that they're living inside. They need to recognize that and accept it and embrace it. Built the culture, built a society that everyone on earth lives in now. How is that bad? How is that a bad thing? Why would you have, if someone showed me the right way to live and the way to live to where my people wouldn't starve and I wouldn't have to be out on a field working every day and slaving away, like they love to blame us for all that and make us remember of things that happened hundreds of years ago that we had absolutely nothing to do with in this point in time. And we're supposed to just to accept it. It's hard to accept every day whenever you have to get up, go to work, pay your taxes, and you get to look at the end of the week and see what those taxes are. It's, wow, I'm buying a lot of food. I'm buying a lot of Section 8 housing. You know, they put the Section 8 housing in the white neighborhoods, and that's how they get you in there. And those Section 8 people live in those homes, and then they have their free internet, and they have everything given to them. And then what do? Well, they start living in there more and more. You know, more and more people in one house because, hey, we're living in a white neighborhood. We all the money we make off all these drug deals and all this theft, we can use to buy our new cars, and we'll be flossing. I mean, I've heard them, I know. And we can go around at night and steal out of the cars and do burglaries on the white folks. These people are targets. Well, don't come to my house thinking I'm a target. Don't do that. I will repel borders with force. There are so many men like me out there, and women. Story of that pregnant lady who a couple of people of color broke into her house. And sure enough, beat her husband with a with a pistol. She was in the room. She popped her head out of the room to see what the hell was going on in her house. 8 months pregnant. And sure enough, they fired a shot at her. She ran back into the room and got her husband's AR, came out and popped both of them. The guy ran out a couple 100 yards in the yard and died in a ditch. So, my brothers and sisters are strong. And they don't report on this a lot because they don't want you knowing that these guns that these people want to take away, and when I say these people, I think you know exactly who I'm talking about. These people want to take away your guns so you can't fight back. So you have nothing. Well, that's not going to be me, brothers. Because anybody comes up on my porch looking to take my shit from me is going to get blown off the porch, through the door. Don't test. Do not test. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. The inability to take responsibility for anything and tell you he's a king and tell you he's coming back up and he can't be held down. But yet that 40-pound weight suit held him down, didn't it? 40 pounds. Are you kidding me? So anyway, just another little quick video. I just wanted everybody to see this Wakanda Forever shit. Whenever I say Wakanda Forever from now on, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That guy is precisely what I'm talking about. Okay? Just here for you to see and for the people to fawn over. But I think people are starting to see the plasticity of their approach. It's nothing. So, you know, you could do that. You could look around you and see. Easy. So there it is.